Authorities in Uganda have issued warnings about the situation around Mount Elgon to the hundreds of people still living on the slopes of the mountain, which is an extinct volcano. Environmental experts have identified 4 districts in eastern Uganda as high-risk areas and advised residents to vacate those places immediately.
Heed warnings if it is projected if we are projected to have excessive precipitation, rainfall. We need to ask ourselves, what do we need to do to ensure that if there is flooding, we actually can survive and minimize damage? So heed to warnings, and then perhaps we ask the Office of the Prime Minister, the Department of Disaster Preparedness, disaster management and preparedness, to again emphasize more on the preparedness as opposed to the response.
The government has set aside land for those affected who are required to put up houses with the cash relief they've been given. But many are reluctant to move because the slopes of the mountain are fertile for agriculture.
Most people have cultivated, perhaps because of increasing population, cultivated on slopes that should actually be left maybe forested or grassland. Now when you cultivate a slope that is fragile, you make it prone. Now a fragile slope receiving excessive precipitation, you're actually having the raw materials for landslides.
In 2021, the government asked more than 4,000 families to leave the area and gave them a cash assistance to aid their relocation. But reports surfaced that the financial support program had been abused by some officials. The disaster ministry says it's acting fast before another emergency occurs. Weather experts have projected that the Ugandan highlands will receive above normal rainfall this season. One of the worst landslides took place in 2018 when 42 people were killed and more than 500 displaced. The government plans to place the area under the National Forestry Authority once people living there are relocated. Isabel Nakiria, CGTN, Kampala, Uganda.